If you open up the customer class in here, so in here we have this class, which is an entity that contains a bunch of annotations, which currently we are not using because I'm trying to show you how to use JDBC as well as JDBC template. So we want to execute the queries ourselves. Now, in here, we have to fix a couple of things, right? So here you see that we have the sequence name right here. So this no longer will be sequence, and instead this will be seq or sec, my bad. The same here, sec. So moving forward, we are not letting Hibernate generate the tables for us. So we're going to use Flyaway instead, but we can still use Spring Data JPA if we want to, but the schema, the tables, the sequences, and all that stuff, it's done through Flyaway. So customer ID and then sec. So if you forgot, so inside of my database in here, this is the sequence in here. And if you want to look at the sequence, \d, and you can see the sequence here, customer ID and then sec. So we're just reflecting that. So let's just say sec in here, the same with sec. And we also, so for the email, so we said that email was unique. So let's just say comma here and then unique equals to true. But we also want to make sure that the unique column name is the exact same thing as we've defined. So here, if I do \d and then customer, so have a look, customer, email, and then unique. So we have to make sure that this name is also present because otherwise it won't know which constraint to use. And as we disabled the schema generation, so we have to tell it which constraint it is. If I go back to IntelliJ, and in here, we have a problem actually. So you see that we are adding this to be unique, but there's no way. So if I press Command P, there's no way for us to actually change the name, right? So you can see whether it's unique, default, it's false, and then it actually gives us a random number. So what we want is to do this. So I'm just going to leave this here for now, and then we'll remove it. So what we want to do is in here, we want to add @ and then table. So this is now is us having full control. The name of the table is customer. So we don't let Spring Data JPA figure out things. So this will be customer. And then we need to say unique constraints. If I put this full screen, and for the unique constraints, I want to say equals. And for the unique constraints, we can have multiple unique constraints. So here, just have curly brackets and then @ and then unique constraint. And then we specify the name. So here I'm going to say name equals to, and then customer underscore ID underscore, and then I think we said unique. That's what we said. Or sorry, customer and then email and then unique. So this constraint right here. Now, if I go back, we have to specify the columns. So column names, and here we can pass an array or just a string. So in our case, it's just the email that we want to pass. And to be honest, this is it. So now we have full control of this. Next, what we need to do is we actually have to remove this because it's defined in here. Cool. Now that we have this in place, next, I want to show you how to validate all of this and also how can we enable this line in here. So remember before we had to comment this out because we didn't have anything within our schema, but now we currently have with Flyaway. This is all for now. Catch me on the next one.